What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Plum Positive Show.
Mm-hmm. We're going to do the jingle?
1, 2, 3, go. Welcome to the Plum Positive Show. Woo!
Brand new.
Brand new. People just love that jingle.
You sang that for the first time like a couple weeks ago. It has been just an earworm in my head.
That was my plan all along. When I first sang it to you guys over WhatsApp, I got played and made fun of. Oh, this thing like I'm singing here. I was made fun of, but then every week I kept singing it.
Yep.
Kept singing it. And,
yeah.
I think it's sticking. It might be finally sticking. But we have a great episode tonight.
Yep. Yeah,
this is the Plum Positive Show. I'm Aaron. This is Fletch.
Fletcher. Yep.
This is the show about nothing, but everything at the same time.
Yep. Just like Seinfeld.
Just like Seinfeld.
Probably better.
Way better.
Probably better.
Way better. Way more successful. Will be more successful.
Yes, absolutely. And we're in the Transuse Rooter and Plumbing studio.
The
new
mobile
location.
Yeah, mobile, because we're mobile like every freaking week. But this is going to be more permanent. We are at the actual Transuse Rooter and Plumbing studio.
On site.
On site at Transuse Rooter and Plumbing. And we are always brought to you by
Bingham Insurance and Financial.
The only
insurance company in the country. Yes.
In the world.
World.
Especially
Sorry, I
China.
apologize. It's out of Lexington, North Carolina, but it operates for the entire world. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as you can see tonight, we are missing Brandon. I was missing last week, and
Should I just keep it a trend and just take next week off?
Yeah. you saw the logo last week where the little spaceship was taking me out, and
you got abducted.
I got abducted. I missed the one of the greatest shows about aliens.
Oh, it was great.
But let me tell you what, guys, I'm still sore. I am still
a lot of probing.
I'm still sore from my abduction, so I missed a great show, but I had a great experience.
Good. Expand your knowledge a little bit.
A little ayahuasca experience, but I missed last week, and what's
your alarm for tomorrow?
No. Alexa, stop. What is that, guys? Anyways, as you can see behind us, we have this robot TV that just goes off by itself.
Yeah.
What
you got an alarm set for tomorrow?
I have no idea. Not for work.
Is it to buy more stocks of
That's
Gamestop?
right.
Is that what it is?
More. Diamond hands, baby.
Diamond hands. Hold the line.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
What was I talking about?
We'll get there.
Oh, yes. Brandon's out this week. He will be back next week. Everybody out there, keep Brandon in your prayers. Brandy's a little sick right now. We won't go into too many details, but just keep her in
for a little bit.
Been struggling for a few weeks now, so keep her in your prayers. Brandon's down at the house helping with the kids and watching her. So, but he should be back next week.
Yeah, I mean, we could hit a golf ball at his house from here.
Well, we could throw a rock, break a window, but I think we'll pass on that. What else is going on, buddy?
Oh gosh, we got a good show.
We do have a good show.
Talking about some big stuff in the news this week.
So if you haven't heard yet,
which if you haven't heard, you're just living under a rock.
Under a rock, a big Fraggle rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we are talking about Wallstreetbets.
Wallstreetbets, and we are not financial advisors.
Oh yes, let's get that disclaimer. Let's get this disclaimer out.
We are just degenerates that
we are degenerates.
Enjoy stocks from time to time. And we're just two semi-informed people that are going to be talking about...
Very semi-informed, degenerate idiots. We do not know... yes, like you said, we are not financial advisors. We're not giving you advice.
Right.
Do not sue us.
Please.
Do not
please.
take... We're not going to give any advice, but if somehow in all this you think you hear advice, you didn't.
Yeah, that's right. We just like the stock.
You like the stock, but... So we're talking about Wallstreetbets. So like you said, if you haven't heard, then we're going to inform you kind of.
Yep.
But it's been all over the news the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
At least 2 weeks. So let's start out with what the heck is Wallstreetbets?
Yeah. So Wallstreetbets is a subreddit from Reddit.
Reddit.
So Reddit, you can go subscribe to different subreddits, whatever your interest is, from sports to animals to Wall Street bets.
Like forums almost? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
kind of like forums. And some are stupid, some are funny, some are gross. But yeah, it's just like little forums. And Wall Street Bets has grown from about 1 million subscribers to, what are we at, 8.3?
A little over
million?
In only 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Which, so Wall Street Bets, we got started back in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably only had, I don't know, who knows, a couple hundred, and it's grown.
Yeah.
In what, 9 years? In 9 years, it got up to, what was it, 6? Would you say, how many million? Before 2 weeks ago, it was 1 million, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so we're talking about 9 years, it got up to 1 million, and then from 2 weeks ago until today, over 8 million.
Strong growth.
8 million degenerates.
Yes,
because that's what they. That's what they call the followers.
Yes.
So anyway,
but it's not stock advice.
not at all.
They talk on their. There was something in the news that was said. Well, no one posts their losses. No one brags about that. And
Yeah, nobody likes to brag about losses.
yeah, but Wall Street Bets does.
Yes, they do.
They post the loss porn. So it's very different. It has it in its name. It's Wall Street Bets. Obviously, stocks are gambling anyway, but this is where people, just
Pretty much, it's a group that wants to take down the hedge funds.
yeah.
And we'll tell you what that
that's
is.
what it's turned into.
That's what it's turned
Yeah.
into.
So before a couple weeks ago, before all the GameStop stuff, it was just people making wild bets in the stock markets, and there'd be a couple wins, but a lot of
pump and dumps.
yeah.
And pump and dumps, if you don't know what that is, that's big on Twitter as well. You got these different stock people you can follow on Twitter with millions of followers. But anyways, the people running that or the person running that Twitter feed or whatever, or Reddit feed, they'll put out a pic or whatever, and then the millions of followers that they might have, or hundreds of thousands of followers, they'll go and buy.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, the person that's given that pick, he already front loaded.
Right. He already got in.
He already got in real early when it's
Yeah.
low, and he knows he has millions of followers. So he knows that once he tells 10 million people to go buy the stock that he's already bought into before you got into it, at that point it drives the stock up really, really high, like 100% gain, 200%, 500,000%, whatever it is, and then
right.
that's when he unloads his
Yeah.
millions of shares he had. And
I don't think that goes on as much in this
Wall Street Bets.
in Wall Street
Right.
Bets, but I'm sure it has happened and can happen. But past couple weeks it has just been about GameStop and sticking it to the hedge fund people who have been sticking it to the little guy for the history of mankind.
Yeah, so like 99% of the time, retail investor like you and I and whoever's watching,
just the little people like
yeah,
us.
the little people. Most of the time, you're going to lose.
Right.
It's like going to the casino.
Yeah,
So that's Wall Street Bets in the past. They're trying to do this movement to where stick it back to the man. The hedge funds that are manipulating stocks, that are shorting stocks, and all. We'll get into all that. But first, what is tell the people what a hedge fund is, or an example.
So what we have Melvin Capital. They're the ones that are shorting GameStop, and it's just
That's GameStop, the store, by the way.
The
So people
store.
that are watching,
Yeah.
that's the actual store, that you buy games from,
Right.
and systems.
yeah. And so it's just multi-billion-dollar. These hedge funds are just multi-billion-dollar companies that can bet on companies to do well or to do poorly, and that's what they bet on with GameStop is to get they bet on GameStop to lose
And they're doing it with billions of dollars.
billions of dollars.
While you and I are using, $5, $10, $15, $20.
Yeah. And that's what's been crazy is that having these, millions of people on Wall Street Bets that have just kind of come together, it's almost like, almost a hedge fund of retail investors.
It's
you know,
exactly
Main
what it
Street
is.
folks.
Because when you put all them, you're talking about 8 million people putting their money together.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be in the billions.
Yeah. And I mean, you got some big hitters, and then you've got, you know, people, you know,
With
like
$50
me
bucks.
that, yeah, they don't put a lot of money in, but we're doing our part.
So the whole point, yeah, is to take down the system. So,
Yeah.
so what the hedge funds did, like Fletcher was saying, was they shorted the stock. So, what does shorting mean?
All right, let me pull this up. I wrote this down. This was, I can't remember the username, but this was kind of based on an explanation. Explain it like I'm 5 explanation, which is what I
Explain it like
mean.
I'm 2.
Okay. All right, so let's say person A borrows 100 shares of a company from person B.
Borrows, not buys.
Borrows, not buys, at $100 a share. Person A still has to pay person B back for those shares at whatever price they cost. So what the people who are shorting are trying to do, they're betting on the stock to go down. So this is what hedge funds have done with GameStop, is they were betting on them to go down. So if the stock price goes down to $90 in this example, person A only has to pay back person B the $90 instead of the $100. And so they profit the $10 minus the interest that they have to pay to person B for borrowing those shares. But where it goes wrong is if those people who are shorting that stock, if that stock goes up, let's say it goes up to $110, then they've lost the $10 plus the interest that they're paying. So what's happening is these hedge funds have not only shorted the GameStop stock, but they also borrowed more shares than are actually available, which I've been...
How is that even possible?
I've been researching all this stuff for 5 days. It's absolutely fascinating to me. And I still don't understand.
So let's break that down. So every company that sells shares of stock in their company, there's only so many shares that are available per company. So let's say we'll use GameStop because that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
So GameStop has, we'll just say they have 100 shares available, period, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what these hedge funds are doing are they are borrowing. So they're not even buying the shares.
Right.
They are borrowing the share, hoping that it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever they want to make their money or lose their money, they have to actually buy that share and make right on it and give it back per se.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was, we'll say that GameStop has 100 shares, but then these hedge funds are saying, I'm going to short 200. I'm going to borrow and short 200 shares. I'm going to short over 100 shares than what's even available.
Right.
And then when the time comes,
they make bank if it goes down.
Exactly.
They make well over what they should be making. And that's what I don't understand, how it's legal to do that. How can you borrow more shares than are out there?
Exactly.
And I mean, and that's where they got their hand caught in the cookie jar. The user, I'll just call him DFV, just to keep it a little PG. It's a longer name, but that's what he figured out in 2019. He saw that these hedge funds were way overexposed on the short, and that they had bought up, 140%, they had borrowed 140% of GameStop because they knew that it was a dying company, it was a dying, business model.
Right.
And so they were like, oh, that stock is definitely going to go down, so I'll short it, and then when it drops down to, pennies on the dollar, I can, actually that's what I'll pay, is just pennies on the dollar from what I did.
And the way it gets to 140%, because you have actually people that actually bought. They bought the share and own it, right? They actually do own the share, all right? So then you have a hedge fund that borrows. So that's how it gets to over 100%.
Yeah.
It's because there's a lot of people out there that actually have bought and they go long on it. They're waiting. Their hope is that it goes up.
Right.
And then they hope that when it comes time to sell, the hedge funds hope that when it goes down and it becomes time to sell, that the people that actually own the shares will sell those at that lower price, and then they will buy up those borrowed shares, and it works out, and in that way, because there are people that are always getting rid of their stock, and there's always people that are buying. So their hope, which they overhoped, whatever.
Yes.
Their hope was that, it would go down, and then people will start giving up their shares to where they can buy those ones they borrowed, and then make right. But didn't work out that way.
Didn't work out that
They
way.
got caught.
DFV found out how overexposed they were back in 2019, and he posted some videos on Wallstreetbets and stuff like that, and people slowly started. I think it was kind of this summer where people kind of caught on, and they also realized how overextended Melvin Capital was with this short, and
I'm surprised they didn't find out sooner. Because it really is easy to find. So you can pull up any company, right? On like whatever brokerage you're using. You can pull up their summary, and you can actually see one of the item lines you're looking at is short percentage in the company. So you can easily find, whatever company you pull up, what the short percentage is on that company, and you can do a stock screener on different, Yahoo Finance or Google, whatever. You can pull up and like actually filter it. To show you companies that have high short percentages,
right?
And then and a lot of people do that so they can actually buy into it long to try to perform what's called a short squeeze,
right? And that's what's
happening.
That's what's happening right now.
And the short squeeze is obviously when there's not enough shares available for these hedge funds or anybody. Because anybody can short a stock. You and I can do it. A short squeeze is when there is there's not enough shares available for these people to cover those borrowed shares, and that drives the price up like crazy. You're talking about 100% plus and more, 1,000%.
Right.
And then the people start panicking because they have to cover their shares.
Right. The hedge funds are panicking because they've got to cover their shares, and it's at a higher price point than what they want, so they're losing money when they do have to buy the shares.
Yep. So GameStop went up 1,600%.
Yeah. They went up to over like about $480 last week.
And they were trading 2 weeks ago. What was it?
17 bucks.
17. So 17 bucks. And the short squeeze happened, like we talked about what that was. The short squeeze happened because all these 6 million people at that time were told, hey, this is what's going on. Go buy GameStop now. It flooded. Everybody flooded it. Drove the price up from 17 to $480.
Yeah. Pretty strong. The short squeeze may not have happened yet.
May not. That's what they're hoping for.
Yeah,
still.
That's
what this guy's. Yeah. So it's like a forum, whatever. So you can go on Reddit. You can look at Wallstreetbets. You can join it, and there's messages and memes, funny stuff.
Oh yeah.
Great content all throughout the day. But they also give you instruction, kind of on like the big thing now is hold, because you don't want to give up.
They're still overexposed.
Yep.
That's
they're still.
Thing.
I want to say over 100%. Not 140, but
it's like down to like I think last week's was 121 or something like that.
So they're saying hold, and they're using terms like diamond hands. That just means
don't give up the stock.
Yep.
Do not give up the stock.
The UFC terms like to the moon, and everybody's using the rocket meme and the moon meme.
Oh, we're going to the moon.
What other terms? There's going to the moon. Or
getting on that
diamond
rocket.
hands. What else?
Yeah.
What else is there? Any other terms
going
we're throwing
up on
out?
the rocket ship? Yeah,
I'm on the rocket ship.
Yeah. But what happened last week is absolutely mind-boggling to me. The market manipulation that was orchestrated by Melvin Capital and Citadel and Robinhood,
because we know there's going to be. We're talking about hedge funds that manipulate and control the market.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about the big boys. So we know that they're going to
do anything
to drive the price down
to save their own asses,
and probably illegally too. So there's probably going to be some lawsuits and SEC, all kinds of stuff going on.
There's no way that all the things they did can be legal.
So tell us what they did.
So I mean, the first thing that everybody figured out was, a lot of these retail traders, these day traders, just average Joes and Jills, are on the Robinhood app. And, that came out in 2016 or something like that to provide an avenue for regular people to be able to trade
Yep.
online.
To make it easy,
To
and
make it easy.
I think they were the first maybe to offer commission-free trading,
Mm-hmm.
so you can get on, make trades, and obviously it doesn't cost you anything.
Right. So at the height of the GameStop price, Robinhood announced that they were stopping. They were not allowing people to buy more GameStop shares. You could sell them.
You got that, folks?
You could sell them, but you couldn't
Can't buy
more.
So this happened on Robinhood. It happened on TD Ameritrade and a few
I think
Webull.
Yeah.
Apparently not Fidelity, which is
Not Fidelity.
That's your go-to brokerage.
Yeah.
There.
And well, I think the reason is because Fidelity owns a bunch of GameStop.
Well, have you seen the Fidelity symbol? You know they got control.
Well, I've got it on my phone here.
You got it, man.
What's the? Ooh.
I need to put this up on the
Is
screen.
this
How can I do
a little
this?
pyramid?
The pyramid with the all-seeing eye.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you know
It might be Illuminati, might be
Yes.
aliens. I like that we
either
got to
way-
bring aliens
either way.
into another episode.
Either way, Fidelity's got that control.
Yeah, so I mean that was the first thing they did, which I mean it's got to be illegal.
They limited
They
shares. So they
limited the amount of
so
shares. that you could
Robinhood,
buy.
which is what I'm on, unfortunately, I've been on for a minute, but they limited it to one share.
Well, first they stopped it altogether.
Stopped it all together. Yep.
Thursday they stopped it altogether.
To where you couldn't even buy a share.
Couldn't buy.
And then the hedge funds love that because if people can't buy shares, then obviously the price is going to go down.
Price is going to go down, which is good for them because the more that they can buy back at a lower price, the less money they lose.
Yep.
But
there's a reason why they did that, and we don't have to get too technical on that. But they say, well, this is what they say. They say that I don't even know if I want to get into it.
I don't know. I think it's a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of understand the clearinghouses and stuff like that. I don't want to get into all that. I know you and I watched that video. It still doesn't, granted, not.
Well, the short
we're
the short
semi-informed
the short explanation from Robinhood per se is they had to limit the trade or turn it off because on their end they couldn't afford it because obviously Robinhood makes money even though it's commission free trading.
Mm-hmm.
They still have their way of making money. We won't get into that, but they had to shut it down because they couldn't
pay the people for the shares that they had.
And the insurance is included with that.
Yeah. But isn't it Melvin Capital or Citadel that that controls Robinhood basically, or that they do all their trading through?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just market manipulation and collusion right there.
Yep. So they did that. Webull did it, and TD did it. But anyways, and it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Because it's still happening right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So they've still limited. This is Tuesday. They stopped.
So we're 4 days in.
Yeah.
You can still only buy one share.
Yep.
And you can, so options, we're not going to get into what options are, but they limited it to 10 options, I think.
I think so, yeah.
So,
and so they did that, which obviously killed the momentum of GameStop.
Brutal. Today was a brutal day for GameStop.
Today was a brutal
Let's
day.
don't leave out AMC because AMC popcorn is good.
And it is, if you look at the graphs of AMC and GameStop's,
same, right?
it is mirror images. I mean, it is.
I think to throw the.
It is.
How did he share? Did you see how he shared the screen from this computer?
No, I have no idea. But I mean, it is the graph on the stock price. The stock going up and down is absolutely identical on both of those things from Friday, yesterday, and today. 3 days where that graph is identical. And what the hedge funds are doing, which again, I don't know how this is legal either, is they're doing short ladder attacks. Short ladder attacks. And got another simplified, we're simple people, Aaron. I need simple explanations. So basically this is what the hedge funds are selling non-existent shares to each other at just lower and lower bid prices. So this is another simplified answer from Wallstreetbets. Let's say I have a Toyota to sell for $20,000. There are two guys that need to buy a car. They talk to each other in front of me, trying to sell the $20,000 car. Person one says to person two, "I'll sell you my Toyota for $10,000. His car is too expensive." Talking about me. That car doesn't exist that he's talking about. So they make an agreement on a non-existent car in front of me, and an hour later they come back, and then person two says that he will sell the Toyota back to person one for $5,000. Now, a non-existent Toyota appears to have changed hands between the two people, and the market would think that from seeing this exchange that the car is only worth $5,000 when it's really worth $20,000. So this is what the hedge funds were doing on Friday, yesterday, and today, were these short ladder attacks and driving down the price of the GameStop stocks.
Yes, big time, and it's working.
Big time. It's working, but I don't know how it's legal because they're counterfeit shares. They're not real. They're just like trading stuff back and forth, which is
any of it real?
No, none of it's real. None of it's real, but it's absolutely infuriating. This entire country and the entire world should be up in arms about everything that these hedge funds are doing to the little people, and we're exposing them. For the first time, this is something where like the little person has a chance to win against the big guy.
They definitely had a chance.
They had a chance.
Hopefully they come back.
Hopefully.
Because look, as you see on the screen right here, GameStop is at 85.20.
Yeah.
That is brutal. Let me go back to a 5-day chart here. So we're looking at
that high 400s up there.
468 is what it was January 28th.
Yep.
What was that?
Thursday. Yeah.
So Thursday, it's gone from $428 down to 85.20.
Yep.
Brutal.
Well, and it's market manipulation and it's fake news. You saw on the Melvin Capital was running ads on CNBC saying that they have closed their positions, their short positions. They've closed all their short positions. Why in the world would you run ads saying that you close your position?
Trying to trick the people. But the people have diamond hands.
Diamond hands, baby. We're going to hold the line.
To the moon.
We're going to the moon. But
so now you're saying we can't advise that.
We cannot.
Some would say
buy the dip. Some would say
now's a good time to buy. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But some would say that. Hey, it was at 460 and we're talking about
and
$80
it could
right
still
now.
happen. So I think February 9th is when they have to disclose all their short positions again. And so you could see it where they're still way overexposed and the short squeeze has not happened yet.
Just think about it. If you bought it now and it goes back up to 460 plus, I'm not going to advise to do that, but I'm just saying, well, first of all, you can't even buy a share.
Well,
so we can buy one share. But
talking about the short ladder attacks that they were doing on Friday and Monday and today to drive that price down, GameStop just got put on the New York Stock Exchange short sale restrictions list, which means tomorrow the hedge funds won't be able to continue their short ladder attacks. So I'm very interested to see if this goes up again now that they're not allowed to. So you got
it sounds like you have a pretty good feeling it's going to go up. So
I could just be like listening.
Sounds like a good time to buy.
Yeah, I could just be listening to the Reddit, the Wallstreetbets echo chamber, but Fox Business.
Because they never give up.
Right. But I mean, that's also part of this. Of course, people want to make money, but this is a stand at this point. This is a stand saying, I'm not going to take it.
Hold the line, baby.
Yeah, hold the line. I'm not going to take it from these hedge fund billionaires that have screwed everybody over when Enron happened, when the 2008 market collapsed, screwed over the little guys. People lost their houses, their homes, their jobs, their cars, everything, their livelihoods. And a lot of the talk on Wallstreetbets is like, hey, this is for my dad that, got screwed over, got his 401k taken when, 08 hit. You know,
Bro,
this
you're
is-
like making me tear up over here. He's getting real sentimental.
Yeah, but I mean, it's about making a stance, and even Mark Cuban did an AMA on Wallstreetbets today, and I think a lot of these celebrities that have come out in support of Wallstreetbets and what they're doing.
Mark
Jordan
Cuban,
Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. I think he's still probably trying to make a penny on something, but
he is.
Mark Wahlberg.
Don't forget
El Perez from Barstool,
Elon Musk.
And I don't think that they can buy it because I think that they would, if they were like, hey, I just went out and bought, a million
they
shares
do
of GME.
Like Elon Musk does like subtle things on his Twitter feed. Like since I got AMC on the screen, we'll look at that real quick. Now it's at $7.52, but it was 5 days ago or Thursday. It was at $19.88 there.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're making the same amount of movement. But Elon Musk does subtle things on his Twitter. Like he just put AMC popcorn is good.
Mm-hmm.
Just to throw a nod at the Wallstreetbets, what's going on.
Because AMC, because I don't think we mentioned this, AMC is also shorted like GameStop. It's not as they're not as overextended as GameStop,
but it's over 100%. I think
it is over 100%, or at least it was last week.
There was BlackBerry, BB,
Nokia,
and then Nokia. Yeah,
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Express at one point.
Yeah.
Hey, I was on that wagon, baby.
Oh, man, you got to let me know ahead of time.
Hey, I was in Express, but I was in it way before all this drama went down.
Yeah.
Which is why
you just like their jeans.
You love the jeans. I was in it for a different reason in November because of Black Friday. I was playing the bet that obviously retailers were hammered during COVID, and they still are. But my play was we had Black Friday coming up. It did have I actually saw then that it had a short percentage in it.
Ooh.
So I was playing the short squeeze as well.
Yeah.
But that was just my thing. And they had some news coming out about possible funding because obviously, retailers are going to need funding just like other businesses do during COVID. So there was news floating around about them gaining some funding to keep them afloat. So anyways, I bought in real low price and I held it. Actually, my other buddies bought in. Actually, yeah.
Hold.
I had two other buddies that bought in with me, but they bought in at like around $1, $1.01, whatever. And I was, that was my first trade actually because I started in November.
There you go.
And I was didn't really know what I was doing, so it started to run, and I bought in at like the top of the run like an idiot. I did what's called chasing.
Might have done that with some AMC myself.
I did what they call chasing.
Yeah.
So it started to run from I think it was at 89 cents at one point, and it went all the way up to at $1.78 is when I bought, and it ended up going up to like $1.85 I think. But anyways, I bought near the top because I thought I was going to keep running. So I bought it at $1.78. It ended up going all the way back down to below $1 eventually. Mm-hmm. But I didn't have a ton of money in it, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hold it because I mean, once COVID ends,
right?
Like this is going to go back up to $3 or $4 because hey, I mean, a lot of the retailers they'll come back. I mean, it's just a matter of time. I'll just hold diamond hands.
So
I held, and one day all of a sudden I got a notification on my phone. It was like, 50%. I'm like, what's going on here? So then I look at it, and then boom, that thing just starts running from $1. At that time, it was like $1.50, and it ran all the way up to over $13.
No kidding.
And I sold it at $10.78. So I made like
should have held.
But
you have got paper hands over there.
You can't be too greedy, folks. You can't be too greedy. I made my 500% and sold, and now it's back down to freaking like $3 or $4.
Oh, really?
So it's dumped.
Wise choice.
It dumped just like
GameStop.
Anyways, I don't know what the point of the story is, but it was another short squeeze.
Yeah.
I got involved. I was involved in the not on purpose, but I got involved in the. I had my hand in the Wallstreetbets.
Yeah.
I was in it, but wasn't trying to be, but it just it worked out for me.
Perfect.
So I got lucky.
Yeah.
So
well, and you were talking about we were talking about the news and fake news, and not only was Melvin Capital running the ads saying they closed their positions, which makes no sense on
lies.
Why you would do that. All these news outlets are running these stories that, hey, the Redditors are buying up all this silver. Every news outlet in the country, probably the world, was saying Redditors, surge the
What is silver at
silver
right now? Because I heard it was going. They were trying to pump it over 1,000, and it was like at $17.
I can't remember.
They're pumping silver.
But-
they're pumping
but
crypto,
the thing is,
Dogecoin.
Doge.
Is that how you say
I
it?
think so. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, the Redditors weren't pumping silver.
No.
It was just lies, because you know who owns a ton of stocks in silver?
Melvin Capital.
Melvin Capital owns a ton.
So they're trying to
of
redirect,
silver.
a little redirection.
Redirect. They're trying to get people to
Invest their money
stop
somewhere
the
else.
hype of GameStop and invest in silver, where they know if that stock goes up,
It's kind of
they're
smart.
going to make a lot of money.
It's kind of smart.
Yeah, it's smart,
Because-
but it's devious because it's a lie.
Yeah.
You can go onto Wallstreetbets
Because
and there are
silver's an asset, gold's an asset.
yeah.
But you can get
There's no short squeeze on silver.
No.
There's not. and
but
there
you can
won't
get screwed though if
Yeah.
you
I mean,
if you buy your silver at $1,000 because it gets pumped to 1,000, all of a sudden it goes back down to 17.
I was talking to my dad about all this GameStop stuff, and I guess it was the Hunt brothers in the '80s that were trying to corner the silver market, and he called up his financial advisor, and the financial advisor was like, "Oh yeah, you need to buy silver." It was like $53 or something like that a share. He's like, "All right, I'll buy some silver, $53." He was like, I wanted to kill that guy. It has been, I don't think it got like above that, and it's just been like down in the $10 to $17 range.
Yeah,
ever
silver
since.
is hanging out.
But I mean, it's just crazy. If you go on Wallstreetbets, when all this stuff was going on over the weekend, where they were trying to get people distracted from GameStop so they could try to, lessen their hit. You could. I mean, I was on Wallstreetbet. I've been on Wallstreetbets for 5 days, looking at all these different posts. There are 0 posts saying buy silver, and all the news outlets are saying buy. Redditors are saying.
So the
"Go
fake
buy
news
silver."
is so the news is in on it.
The news is in on. Everybody's in on it. Lord, those billionaires control the news outlets and everything else. They will do anything and everything that they can to not lose. And it's
I'll do everything I can to not lose.
yeah,
too.
I know, but Lord, they've been screwing over everybody since stocks were a thing. And it's time that we make a stand, Aaron.
Diamond hands
It's time we make a stand.
to the moon.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many pissed off people that they're literally renting the planes that like fly the banners
Yeah.
across. You see them at the beach and stuff that they fly the banners across to some like advertisement or something like that. After Robinhood, I don't know if you saw this. After Robinhood stopped allowing people to buy, one Redditor, and this is I guess PG-13 language here, hired a plane to fly a banner that said "Suck my nuts, Robinhood" around the Robinhood headquarters.
Well, to add to that, people have been buying
Billboards, yeah.
electronic billboards,
Mm-hmm.
regular billboards. And there's one in my buddy sent a picture earlier in the Triad.
Oh, really?
Somebody had bought one.
Say like it's like GME, Diamond Hands, Hold the Line.
Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. It's now almost 8.5 million people. It's amazing to see 8.5 million pissed off people trying to right some wrongs. To stick it to the.
It's empowering.
To the big
It
man.
makes you want to get in on it. It makes you want to get in and lose that money with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna go up. It's going to the moon, Aaron.
To the moon.
It's going to the moon. But you got to send a message to these guys. And I don't know all about it, but apparently Melvin Capital has there are just several throughout January they failed to deliver the stocks. So they're literally taking fines from the SEC rather than to actually buy the stock and lose all that money. So they're doing illegal things and they're getting fined for it. But
Measly fines.
it doesn't hit them. It doesn't hurt them that much. Yeah, like, hey, I'll pay $1 million in fines if it saves me from losing $1 billion. There's got to be change. I think there will be change.
The problem is we're at $80 right now. If it gets back down to 17 just for a split second, they're going to unload all the shares. And if they do that, or not unload, but they're going to buy
their.
But the question is who's going to sell?
Yeah.
And will it be fake, manipulated?
Yeah.
They'll cover all their how many ever shares they're doing of fake.
Yeah, it's all just like in the ether, right? Like
I do not want to fight against the hedge funds. I wouldn't take that bet. That's like betting against the casino.
Yeah,
because they're the ones with all the money and the power. So it's
but something has to be done, right? Like we shouldn't live in fear of these people.
Well, something was done. These people that made $1 million overnight,
and
they did sell.
But so the guy that started this all, DFV,
he still hold?
Still holds. Still holding.
Is that proven?
Yeah, he posts his.
But what if he has multiple accounts?
No, it's his account. Like he posts his gains or losses every single day.
Yeah, but you can have a Fidelity account, a Robinhood account, a Webull.
Well, this is the one that has like $40 million that unless he's got a couple.
Hold the line.
Hold the line, people, for
diamond
the love
hands.
of God.
What's
have
wrong?
Diamond hands.
Buy more. I'm not telling you to do that.
But you could buy the dip.
You have an option of buying more.
Yes.
You can buy options, and I don't know.
Yeah, this is not.
I'm not the options guy.
Advice.
I hear options are,
We just like the stock, and we're sick of seeing the hedge funds just screw over the little guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you. I told you this earlier. All GameStop has to do is come out with a press release that we have an unlimited supply of PS5s available.
Yeah.
It will go to the moon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they might as well do that. That's just like borrowing 140%.
You might as well.
Of the
It's the
shares.
same thing as fake news. We have unlimited PS5s for sale. You just have to come and put a deposit down.
That's a great analogy.
We'll give you a piece of paper. We'll give you a piece of paper that says PS5 on it.
Right.
And you can come back later. And,
and
but we're going to limit you to one person a day can come get this PS5. I mean, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That came out of nowhere.
That is brilliant.
Welcome to the Plum Positive Show.
So I mean, it's just been a wild week. A lot has been exposed with all the dirty shenanigans that are going on. I think Robinhood is done. There's no way
Doubt
they
it.
can. What's that?
Doubt it.
Everybody's moving away. And why would you stay with the company? And
I'm stuck in it for now.
And people who had GameStop shares with Robinhood, some of them Robinhood sold without the permission of the owner of that.
Oh, that's definitely illegal.
Yeah, they said that they were doing it to protect the client because it was a volatile stock.
Ooh,
yeah, sold it low.
Lawsuits coming.
Oh, there are already lawsuits out there.
Yeah,
already,
you can't do that.
No, I mean you can't. No,
I'll tell you what. So I am actually pretty active in the stock market myself, but I'm in low cap stocks, stocks that are under $10 now, but they. My hope is that they become mid cap and large cap. But anyways, because of all this stuff going on the past couple of days, it has actually made the small cap stocks go up quite a bit.
Oh, really? So people are buying low, hoping it'll go up.
Yep, and they're moving money over to different things besides GameStop, and I'm not mad at it right now.
And a couple weeks ago, I bought some marijuana stocks from a couple different companies, and then because I was like, Biden's in, we got a full Democratic.
Oh yeah.
Senate be House, and I was like,
legal in all 50
this is going to be illegal real soon.
Yeah.
So, and I think they just announced that, like today, I saw an article that they may try to get marijuana legal on the federal level.
Oh well,
I was very happy about.
Hold the line. Diamond hands on your weed stocks.
Yeah,
you got weed stocks out there.
Right, hold them.
Hold. Well,
Yeah. Well, you got to know when to fold them.
Yeah, you do.
And know when to hold them.
Go ahead and sing it. Go ahead and sing it. Sing a little line to the people.
Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. We're not folding.
Not
Jimmy.
GameStop. Nope.
Not GameStop. Diamond hands. Diamond hands. Gotta have them.
I almost want to put that guy up on the TV. little young Trump. Young Trump.
The little guy from Wallstreetbets.
I got to, man.
I saw all the pictures you had to go through to get to that guy.
No, I got that guy. I have the guy.
Just don't throw anything up that wouldn't be appropriate. You know, look at all those pictures. You see that on TV?
Woo!
Look at all those pictures.
There
There he is.
Diamond hands.
Diamond
That is
hands.
the Wallstreetbets logo. Yeah. The guy looks like a young Trump. I guess that's. I think that's what it is.
I think that was probably their pre-Trump. I don't know because it's been around since.
Well, Trump's been a money guy forever.
Oh yeah, it's been a money guy.
So that's,
you could be right.
That's pre-President Trump. That's young Trump when he was young stocking.
Maybe it's DJ Jr.
Yeah, that's young real estate mogul and stock Trump right there when he was a young. But look at him diamond hand, or he's holding diamonds, but whatever, same thing. Diamond hands. We know what it means.
Yeah.
But we got. You were talking earlier about they're trying to pump silver, which also they're trying to pump cryptos as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Bitcoin.
Yep.
They're trying to pump that. Elon got in on that too about trying
Elon's big on Bitcoin.
He was that was a few days ago. They were pumping the Bitcoin and the Ethereum and the what do you call it?
Doge.
Doge.
I think that's how you pronounce it. I would love it if people bought Doge. It's not financial advice.
Nope.
But I would really.
But there's so crypto. So cryptos are getting involved. Like so
and the Doge the Doge.
It was
coin.
Fractions of a penny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
the Dogecoin, it was made as a joke like 12 years ago because of it was literally a meme. It was a meme of this like awkward looking dog. And that's what they made it. And that was worth something.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Could be worth more.
Can be if you buy. Buy, folks.
This has been fascinating because I've been actually studying for my securities licenses, the SIE and the Series 6 and the 63. So we're not financial advisors. We'll repeat that.
Not at all.
But it's been really fascinating because I took online classes the week before last. And we covered all this stuff, and then all this GameStop and Wallstreetbets stuff hit, and I was like, "Oh,
that's what it means.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand this concept now." So it's been very helpful. I kind of wish that the classes would have been like this week or next week, so they would have been able to talk about all the stuff that's going on with the stock market, but. It is what it is. But I understand things more because of Wallstreetbets.
Yeah.
I mean,
so they're educational. So
it is educational.
Free education. Thank you, Wallstreetbets, for educating millions.
You degenerates. Thank you so much.
Thank you for educating millions and helping millions lose. I mean, hold the line, folks.
Hold the line. They don't care. They don't care if they lose. They just want to stay. Right now, they really don't care.
Stick it to the man. Well, you can't. I mean, right now you can't care.
Right.
You're at $80. You might as well hold.
Yeah.
You might as well hold for years now.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
And if GameStop gets flooded with money, they could actually come up with a different business model that'll be successful.
Yeah, because weren't there talks of bankruptcy? Which
possible.
Is why they were heavily shorted.
Probably.
I think that's what I heard, but I'm not a financial advisor. Once again, because obviously there's a reason why they were shorted, but I think there were talks of possible bankruptcy. But bankruptcy doesn't mean that a company folds. It just means that they file their bankruptcy and then they kind of start afresh and they can still stay brick and mortar and get funding other ways. But anyways, boring stuff.
Boring. We've tried to, and a lot of this stuff is boring, but
it's fun to watch.
This has been
the best memes. I've seen the best memes I've ever seen. I've seen the best video, or are they called video memes? I'm not sure, but where they, they take.
Oh, they just like dub over like a Wolf of Wall Street or a 300
Yes.
like clip, and it's like this
Matrix.
Wallstreet Bets
Like I
is
sent you the
here.
Matrix
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I've seen the best videos where they've dubbed over and amazing.
Oh, it's great.
So
It's great.
It's been entertaining, and hopefully it is here to stay for a little bit longer.
I hope so, and it's great that it grew by over 7 million people.
And I am one.
I am too.
One.
Yeah.
I join. I'm a degenerate.
Also degenerate, not just because
Before and
stocks,
before and after, yes.
But I mean, it can be, and Mark Cuban was saying this today. He was like, as soon as he did an AMA and asked me anything on Wallstreetbets for like 2 hours, and immediately after he got off, he went on CNBC for an interview. He was like, don't just think of these guys as morons that are just trying to do this. Like this is game changing.
Yes.
It's going to change the landscape of buying power and what the individuals can do if we work together. And I think there's this fine line between market manipulation and saying, hey, I like this stock. I think everybody else,
they're just making a point. Like that the system's been manipulated and gamed ever since it started, but these Wallstreetbets people, which are very smart, to find out a way where
really
they can turn the table and say, hey, we can manipulate and we can do the same thing you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely it's definitely a game changer.
Bringing power back to the people, and it's and I hope that there are major changes that come out of this.
Well, I got one for you.
Oh yeah,
you heard it here first, folks.
Hot take.
So get your money ready, folks.
What are we putting it in?
Get your AMC popcorn ready. All right. So here's the deal. Fletch.
Lay it on me, buddy.
Here's the deal. So currently,
this
stock market system. So first it started with paper trading. Think about that.
Like literally you handed certificates
white papers.
to people.
Yeah. You held paper. Yeah. Paper trading in it. Today we have electronic.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So you can do it online, whatever, and it happens. But get this, it doesn't happen instantly. When you make a trade,
it takes a couple days.
It takes two at least. I think it's 2 days.
2 days for this
even though
settle.
Even though you and I see the transaction happen immediately and we see the money immediately, there's actually back end stuff by Robinhood and the other companies we were talking about.
Right, and that's where the clearinghouse comes in, right?
Yes, the clearinghouse comes in. So it takes 2 days to settle a trade.
Right.
That's archaic.
Yeah.
And we thought, which I didn't know this until recently. I thought it was instant because, hey, I see it
in my account.
I see my money, or I see my loss. I see everything happen. I see everything happen right now. So it's all instantaneous. But I just found out recently that it's not. So you heard it here first, folks. What's coming is
that has to change. Instantaneous
blockchain technology.
Yeah.
And we don't have to get into what all that is, but just a basic. And so blockchain is the systems, the algorithms, whatever that cryptocurrencies use. It makes transactions happen in an instant.
Mm-hmm.
So blockchain and cryptocurrencies are two different things, but they work together. Blockchain is the system that makes it all work and makes it all work fast. All right. So I'm telling you that the stock market is going to integrate, or they're going to do blockchain technology to where it doesn't take 2 days to clear a trade.
Right. Well, it doesn't make sense. We're in 2021, for goodness sakes.
But the point is that you can invest in blockchain technology.
Oh. Is that
That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to recommend
like the
it.
stock?
I do have a stock that I'm in that's a blockchain stock, but
so you don't want to share it to all of our millions of listeners.
I can tell you off camera. I can tell you off camera,
you
but
you better tell me off camera.
But you can do your research out there on your own.
I don't want to do
the research.
I just
I'm talking about those folks. You
get
it for free. You get the free, but you can research how to invest in blockchain. All right.
Oh.
There's different things out there. I'll throw a chain link. Look up chain link.
Like the fence.
Yes. Chain link. Yes. But you can invest. There's ways to invest in blockchain technology, and that's the future. That what's the now, but the stock market is going to have to change with all this that's happened.
It's got to.
blockchain is the answer to make instantaneous trades happen. And
Let's do it.
so we're not doing it, but we're going to invest in it.
Well, and that's got to change, and there just have to be regulations on what these hedge funds can do to screw over everybody.
Yep.
There've got to be bigger fines. There's got to be actual prison. I think in the '08 collapse, one banker went to jail. One. Destroyed an entire...
Well, one went to jail and 100 jumped off a building.
Right. It's dark.
Well, you know.
But true. No, I this weekend, I watched Trading Places. Fantastic. Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. I watched The Big Short. Steve Carell, Brad Pitt. Who's the young guy that all the women love? Ryan.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds? No. Ryan Gosling?
Gosling.
Yes,
Gosling.
yes.
Yes. Christian Bale.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it before. It was fantastic.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's good.
The Big Short?
The Big Short.
I gotta watch it.
So it's about shorting the housing market in '08. So like a few people saw that coming, and just because there were all these mortgages were just stamped with like AAA rating, but it was like, they were like, oh yeah, I just signed my dog's name to get this mortgage. Like there wasn't anything like actually, it was just a house of cards. So fascinating movie. Watch it. Also watch The Wolf of Wall Street.
Great movie.
Great movie.
The speeches that
I'm not leaving. I do. Quick story. Quick story about Wolf of Wall Street. My mom and dad and I guess this was a high school or college or something like that. We went to go visit my grandmother up in Virginia. She was like having some back issues or something like that. So we were going up there for the weekend, and Wolf of Wall Street just came out, and so Dad and I were like, "Oh yeah, let's all go watch Wolf of Wall Street." And,
with your
with my super religious grandmother and mother.
Oh, that's
Thank the Lord that they had to go to like a doctor's appointment or something like that.
Yeah, because that would not have been pretty.
I mean, first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
that would have been not great
No.
to be in the same theater as my mother and grandmother.
Absolutely not.
Fantastic movie, though. They would not have enjoyed that. And started watching last night, Smartest Guys in the Room, about Enron. It's a documentary about Enron and the rabbit holes that go on with Enron and what they did to hide money and dupe people. That probably came out in '05 or something like that. If you haven't seen that either, Enron, Smartest Guys in the Room, absolutely fascinating.
I have a list of movies now to watch.
Mm-hmm. You've seen Trading Places, though, right?
I want to say yes. A long time ago.
Oh.
It's how old? When did that come out?
'80s.
I want to say yeah, but I wouldn't know until I watched it again.
I'm
bad with that remembering. I'm bad with remembering movies. I can't remember movies. I can't remember lines in movies. I'm the worst.
I think tonight I'm going to go home and watch Groundhog Day.
Well,
with Bill
relive
Murray.
this. We can relive this all over again.
Yeah, because it's Groundhog Day today. I know this will be released after.
Who knows?
This will be
Friday?
released in
Is it
but
Friday?
today, Tuesday, February 2nd, Groundhog Day, I think.
Congratulations.
If I'm not mistaken. Or maybe that was yesterday, and I'm just reliving it today.
Puck, how you say his name?
Puxatawny Phil.
Puxatawny, the groundhog. Did he see a shadow or not? Did they do it? They had to have. Or COVID. Was he wearing a mask?
He might have been. He might have been wearing a mask. I didn't watch it. I've been busy as all get out today, so I didn't watch. I don't think that I've ever watched the.
I hope you didn't.
Groundhog.
Well, this computer's freaking broke, so I can't even Google
We're
it.
not even on the internet over here.
I can't even Google it. So
Yeah, and this is why we don't go live anymore.
I mean, this guy. What kind of place is this? What kind of studio is this? I don't have internets.
Yeah. For goodness sake.
There's a little dot. I mean, there we go. Price of silver. I looked that up a long time ago.
See, look at this. Fake news, market manipulation.
Silver
It's
is
just, you
$27.
didn't
Okay.
even, you brought up a new tab and that just came up.
Hey, they know. They're listening. They're listening. What am I looking up? Groundhog.
I guarantee that both of us will get ads for silver, to buy silver on like Facebook and Instagram tonight.
Facts.
Yeah, that'll definitely happen.
Uh-oh.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow
What does that mean? I never remember what that means.
Tuesday morning. And is this today, though?
Tuesday is today.
Well, I'm just saying, is this today? Recent? Yes, 7 hours ago. And as the legend holds, that means 6 additional weeks of heavy coats and mittens.
Ooh.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie, baby.
Oh!
I want snow. I want snow, Aaron.
Phil awakened at 7:25 a.m. with his mask on. He made his prediction in front of 16 members.
Ooh.
All wearing mittens and masks,
Mittens and
hopefully.
masks. This is like a new. They could make a
At the Groundhog.
the night before Groundhog Day poem.
16 members at the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club at Gobbler's Knob.
Ooh.
Man, we got to go there.
Man, I am.
Got to go.
You just made me more excited to watch Groundhog Day.
All right. Well, I guess we can go ahead and wrap this up, folks.
Wrap it up always.
Well, always. Always. Well, it's been a great show, a great evening in the new studio.
Mm-hmm.
We miss Brandon.
We'll be here for a while.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
Until we take it on the road
Forever.
to like a local shop,
Yep.
you know.
Which we
Local
do.
spot.
We do that once a month.
About once a month,
Are we
yep.
doing that once a month still? Going to a local place?
Yeah, sure.
If we're feeling froggy.
Yeah, if we're feeling
We
froggy.
do what we want. The
Right.
show about
This is
nothing.
our show.
The show about nothing, but everything at the same
Our
time.
show.
All right.
Hold the line.
Diamond hands. Hold the line. We're going to the moon, people.
Going to the moon. Hold. This is not financial advice.
Yes.
I just like the stock.
Plum
Positive.
out.